the brim. May people live in prosperity through ennoblement of character. May there be rainfall in adequate strength so that lakes, ponds, wells, and rivers are filled to the brim. May people live in prosperity through ennoblement of character. May peace prevail within us. May peace prevail around us. May peace prevail all over the world. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. Rub your palms gently together, place them over your eyes, and then gently wipe the face with the palms. Raise the hands over your head. Take a gentle, deep breath and release it. Bring the hands down sideways. Open your eyes gently and look at your palms and bless your Guru and bless all the people who are meditating along with you. Be blessed by the Divine.
Be blessed by the Divine. Dear fellow seekers of the truth, may our Guru be always with you. It is said that the Almighty Force appears in the form of a Guru. Our Guru, Yogiraj Sri Vedatri Maharishi, has initiated us with the noble intention to achieve salvation and perfection. Enlightenment is imperative to achieve the purpose of our birth. To enlighten us today, we have Professor R. Murali this evening. Professor R. Murali joined our sky system in the year 1999 and became a sky professor in 2008. He has served the Indian Postal Department and got retired as Assistant Director General in Ministry of Communications. He is rendering this divine service as a professor in the WCSC. Sir conducts yoga classes in Tamil and English in various sky centers, bank training centers, police training centers, schools, and colleges. I now request Professor R. Murali to deliver his speech on desires and difficulties. Be blessed by the Divine.
Be blessed by the Divine. Be blessed by the Divine. Be blessed by the Divine. Is it audible?
Yes, sir, it's clearly audible.
Yes, audible?
Yes, sir, go ahead, sir.
Okay. Be blessed by the Divine. Let the divine power and the spirit of our beloved Guruji bless me to deliver a good, useful, and spiritualistic thought to you all as desired. The art of Manavalakalai given by our Guruji Vedatri Maharishi consists of simplified physical exercise, Kayakalpa Yoga, simplified Kundalini Yoga, meditation, with the purpose of keeping good health, life longevity, and to bring down the mental frequency to alpha level and below, which is necessary for our introspection. Having learned the above as per Guruji's guidelines, one has to introspect and analyze his thoughts, moralize his desires, neutralize his anger, eradicate his worries, and then try to find out who am I. Maharishi's books on many subjects are the basis for the diploma, advanced diploma, degree, postgraduate degrees, MPhil, and doctorate courses conducted by many universities, and our Vision Directorate has Memorandum of Understanding with the universities. Today, we are going to think over an important aspect of desires in human life and the difficulties, if any, faced by that. All living beings will have desires. Desire is also known as wish, want, lust, aspire, prefer, craving, pining, fancy, and so on. What is desire? In short, it is one wish to possess something to satisfy a need. All living beings have to consume something for their living and growth. Plants have roots to absorb their need for water and to absorb other minerals. They want sunlight for producing chlorophyll for greenery. Some animals do require weeds and plants for satisfying their hunger, while others live by eating other living beings as food. Animals also require shelter for protection from other animals and protection from climatic conditions. Water is also required by all to quench their thirst. For fish, water is required even for their breath. We are not born because of our desire or wish. Immediately after birth, the child starts crying to indicate the hunger. It is the expression of the first desire. As the child grows, it expresses its desires in various ways till it is able to speak and tell the desires clearly. Human being, having the sixth sense, his mind was able to analyze things, do research, decides to improve upon his findings, to possess the better things, and venture to transform nature and other living beings to his advantage for his living. He found out the art of agriculture to cultivate many pulses and plants to satisfy the need for food. He was able to plan and modify the nature according to his needs to get whatever he needed in whatever time and in whatever way he wanted them to be. His research mind has given him today the advanced technological equipments, and the session that we have now is a best example for the technological advancement of our humankind. At the time, at the same time, he was able to satisfy his needs, but being carried away by the enjoyment he got in satisfying his needs, he desired to have more and more without a check on his desires. He was not analyzing the limitations and methods of usage which caused difficulties to him as well as others in the society. When he wanted to possess more land under his control, he started to fight with others, defeated them, driven them out of their territory, had some of them as slaves to serve him, possessed more wealth than needed to show that he is the greatest. His desires mounted without limits and became the greed which caused hardship to him as well as to others. Such actions ended up in the present world as possessing army by each nation, which according to our Guruji is wastage of wealth and human energy. His 14 commands, present as Vedatriyam for peaceful coexistence in the society, start with the first command as world without war, that is Porilla Nallulagam. Humans desired something for transportation. He utilized donkeys, horses, elephants, camels, and all for his transportation of van and goods. After that, he invented cycles, bikes, cars, buses, and even trains for transportation on land. He invented boats and ships for transportation on water. Lastly, he found out aeroplanes, helicopters, and even rockets for transportation in the air. All these were possible by desires of man to improve. Similarly, electricity, electronics, radio, television, calculators, typewriter, computers, telephone, mobile phones, all were due to the desires to improve the human life. In olden days, spiritualistic leaders like Buddha, Mahavira, and others have given the principles that the root cause for all our hardships and difficulties are only desires. and we should desist from the desire for land, woman, or possessing other sex for pleasure and gold or wealth. But our Guruji did not accept that theory because without any desire, one cannot live. For our living, land is absolutely necessary. Without women or persons of other sex, we cannot lead a family life. Wealth or money is also absolutely necessary to lead a peaceful life. At the same time, she had categorically told that desires are not wrong if it is limited to those essential needs to satisfy hunger or thirst, to possess decent dress in the society, and to possess limited property obtained with our own earnings to lead a normal, peaceful family life. At the same time, any desire which one cannot afford to possess by normal earnings or the ones which will cause hardship now or in future to oneself or others should be desisted from. The desires, if not moralized, will turn into six temperamental evils, namely greed, wanting to have more than the absolute necessary. When greed not satisfied or not able to achieve the desire, it turns out to be anger. By greed, when more wealth is achieved, it will turn into possessiveness, that is selfishness, by not sharing the excess possessions with the needy ones in the society. Then greed towards other persons for immoral sexual desires, then leading to social imbalance, giving respect to those who possess more wealth and ill-treating the downtrodden, and lastly, the anger when not vented out immediately, but stored in our mind or showing it in future at the appropriate time, it will turn into vengeance. These six evils will become habitual to the human beings, having wrong desires and will cause bad and harmful imprints in our physical organs, mind, and other biological systems as well as in the universal magnetism. Only by moralizing the unwanted and unaffordable desires, eliminating them, we can transform the above six temperamental evils as good imprints. Like greed can be transformed into satisfied mind with what we possess, anger into patience or tolerance, possessiveness can be turned into charity by sharing our excess possessions with the needy ones in the society, chastity by not allowing our mind to get attracted towards other unwanted people for sex or pleasure. Social imbalance can be turned into showing equality in the society without fear or favor. And last but not the least, to possess forgiveness, which is a divine quality instead of vengeance. These qualities could be possessed only by bringing our mind to the subtle state through meditation, analyze our thoughts, prevent bad thoughts coming to our mind, which will again and again vibrate and make us to do the unwanted things. Then we have to moralize the desires to desist from unwanted desires. Then only we can have enough physical and spiritual strength. If we possess more desires, our physical energy and life force will be wasted in trying to work hard to succeed in achieving all our desires, many of which may not be affordable for us, possibly due to our limitations in physical or financial strength, or when achieved with difficulty, will result in hardship in completing the payment of dues with our limited source of income, or one may even have to enter into wrong dealings to complete the commitments due to the wrong desires. Even after achieving the desires, sometimes it may not yield the desired result and cause hardship in maintaining it, and at times it may possess such things pending a lot which we may not be able to dispose of. Our Guruji has also insisted that unless we know and follow the limitations and methods in the five essential things known as food, rest or sleep, work, satisfying the sexual needs, and last but not the least, our thoughts. Neither we should overdo it or ignore it or do it wrongly. We will not be able to maintain the quality and quantity in the very important five aspects in every human being, such as physical body, mind, biomagnetism, life force, and the sexual vital fluid. And any deficiency in any one of them will definitely affect all the other aspects, which will result in reducing one's life's longevity. If we have more desires, out of which a few are beyond our capacity to achieve, we will be worrying to find out the ways and means to achieve such desires, and the worries are the one which will destroy more biomagnetism from our body, and we will even feel weak and will find ourselves drained of our strength due to worries, which is caused by the unattainable desires. We should try to have limited number of achievable desires which will not cause hardship either to us or to others now or in future in our life. Now, in many families, people are in the habit of purchasing many things attracted by advertisements, free offers, and so on. Even though there will not be absolute necessity for it at the time of purchase, by having too many things with us, it will also take our energy and time for maintaining them, failing which it will get spoiled, or at times we may not have enough space to keep them arranged. If many guests are arriving in our house, we have to honor them by attending to their needs, but at the same time, we cannot attend to our errands freely, which will depend upon the timings of the guests too. Even having more desires will make our mind crowded, and to achieve them, we may have to plan to succeed in our effort to satisfy the desires without clashing with one another. Even our Guruji had also told that saint is the one who is not going away somewhere living the normal life, but is the one who lives normal life in the society, knowing the limitations in all the things he uses or knows the limitation in the relationship he should have with the people around him in his life, in his family, as well as in the society, as also aware of the limitations he should follow in other activities in his day-to-day life. Even though bed and pillow are required for good sleep during the night, we do not carry it along with us during the day wherever we move. Like that, we should know the limitations of the things we should have contact with during a given time. Desires one should possess are the ones which will increase our knowledge, wisdom for peaceful life, which will develop us with good health to lead a successful spiritual life, and also the things with which we can be of help to others in the society, as per the ways and means shown to us by our Guruji, who did world community service, the goal of which is to achieve world peace through individual peace. One should moralize the desires so that it will not cause difficulties in one's life at any time in the present or in future. One can have desires to learn many languages, many arts, desire to have spiritual advancement, desire to serve the society or humankind like Mother Teresa. There is nothing wrong in it. Guruji has also taught us a method to moralize our desires as follows. First, we have to list out all the desires we have presently. We have to analyze one by one by asking the following questions. Whether there is absolute need for it, then to ask whether can't we live without it. Third is analyze whether we have the source or means to achieve it without affecting our present and future peacefulness. Also, we should ensure that we have physical, mental, and economical stability for executing the desire, as also to assess whether it will cause any hardship to others in the society now or in the days to come. For all these questions, if you get yes as the answer, you can have the desire and what to achieve it in the justified way without indulging in any shortcuts. Otherwise, you have to drop the desire to get rid of the difficulties expected from it. With proper reasoning, if we discard the desire as not fit for execution, then it will not arise again and again in our mind. By this method of moralization of desire, we can reduce the number of desires by eliminating the ones not affordable or the ones which will cause hardship to us or to someone near to us after succeeding in achieving the desire. When the number of desires are limited to a few, it will also be easy to concentrate fully on them, plan, and work on it. The result after achievement will also be a boon to us or to our family. Desires and wants, on the one hand, is necessary for our advancement in the society, but at the same time, we should also be ensured that the nature and the natural resources are not disturbed too much, which will bound to cause chaos in the universe. One of the best examples for this in our time is the usage of plastic, which everybody desires and uses to carry anything and everything, but the danger caused by not disposing them properly is a huge natural hazard. Similarly, mountains are raised down for our desire for industrial advancement, occupying the water feeder sources for housing and other needs, desire to expand cities and towns at the cost of sacrificing agriculture and village industries had led to shortage of rains, affected the agriculture, village industries, increase in pollution, severe global warming, and last but not the least, of spreading pandemic viruses like the one we are experiencing now. The whole world is now experiencing the critical situation of lockdown just because of the desire of humankind to either wage biological war or to show the superiority of one over the other. If we practice this exercise of moralization of desires often, the mind will be cleared of the burden of the pressure due to the multiple desires, and it will resemble crystal clear spring with lesser achievable desires. We will also get improved self-confidence and cheerful feeling. Mind will also be filled with the good qualities like peacefulness, kindness, charity, and we will be blessing the whole world with ecstasy. Let us all follow our Guruji's directions in our life and by the grace of divine bliss possess good health, long life, enough wealth, wisdom, peace, and prosperity. And let us have the desire to serve the society as directed by the leaders of the World Community Service Center on the footsteps of our Guruji. I conclude by thanking the organizers for giving me this opportunity to share my thought on the above topic with you all. Let the peace prevail within us, let the peace prevail around us, and let the peace prevail in the whole universe. Peace, peace, peace. Be blessed by the divine.
Be blessed by the divine. Thank you very much, sir, for explaining us the desires and difficulties. Sir also very well quoted about the moralization of desires and the six temperaments. Thank you so much, sir. Now the forum is open for discussion questions. To ask a question, please click on the raise hand option in Zoom and you can ask the question. Kanagarajan, go ahead.
Yes, sir. Good evening, sir. Vazhga Valamudan. Sir, speech is very well, sir. Really appreciable. I wish and ask you, sir, that you can come on 1 hour Tamil speech one day, sir, and then you can engage yourself as well. And please come on, sir. It is expected and constructive. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Okay, sir.
Okay. Okay, thank
Vivo,
you.
Vivo,
You have any questions?
Hello.
Yes.
Sir, I am Subramaniam speaking.
Okay.
I listened to your speech. Very fine, sir.
Okay.
What are the methodology told by the Maharishi? You explained very well.
Okay.
That whenever the desire comes, we must analyze it whether it's good or bad. And also, if it gives the benefit to us and also the other people, then only we execute that. That is very fine,
Yes.
sir. I am very appreciating you. I am very happy to listening this discourse. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Okay, thank you very much.
be blessed by the divine. Rajkumar,
B. Yes, not come.
Rajkumar,
I think yes, either any disturbance in internet or something, we don't know. Rajkumar is there.
Jayantini.
Rajkumar, a speaker has been silent. Jayantini.
Jayantini, you
Your
can ask
speech
your
was-
question, ma'am.
Yes, madam.
So your speech was excellent, sir. I have one doubt. If
Ah.
we have that many that unwanted desires which we couldn't tick in everything, even one desire will not come to action, sir. Is it true?
Okay. No, that is not there. If it is necessity, suppose you are having hunger, you have to satisfy it. Either you have to work or difficulty will be there. You have to obtain food. You have to obtain, suppose you want to have a lunch at 12 o'clock or 1 o'clock, you have to prepare it 2 hours before. And before 2 hours, you have to procure items. Before some days, you have to procure the gas and other things. So it is a continuous process. And for anything satisfying a desire, you have to work, and that will have difficulty, but only we have to see the end result, either it is a good finish or not. If it is not good, or if something if we may not be avoidable also. Suppose we want to buy a car, I have no parking, I buy it and keep it on the road, it is definitely likely to be damaged. Like that, we have to see the consequences and our affordability, and what is the end result, whether it will cause harm to us or to others, neighbors or anybody. That also we have to see. Generally, we can finalize the desire, and we have to find. There are something which you have to do it. There is no other go. Suppose hunger, even thirst, or anything like that, that you have to work anyway and then finish it. That you cannot postpone. But there are some things which you can give priority and discard it if it is not good.
Thank you, sir. Muthu Krishnan.
Very good evening, sir. Vazhga Valamudan. I'm calling from Adambakam. I have a doubt. Actually, I'm basically into the marketing field. Few of my customers are not paying the payment. For example, for the supply the materials, which is a long due. It's a actual desire. We have to collect the money from them. Can we think of that concerned person in our Duriyam and put a line Vazhga Valamudan and pray for this to get the payment? Will it give any benefit?
Maharishi has that blessings will have benefit, and it will definitely have benefit. But at the same time, it is also based on some other thing also. Our planning and other thing in eradication of worries, such items are covered. Because you will be having worry on some matters. What is the defect in that? Whether we have not planned properly, or we are having where we have erred, or something like that. We have to see in that chapter. But desire, you have to have it. But there are certain means. In some cases, you have to proceed legally, and then only you can get it. You cannot, for some people, by telling or by sending letters or by oral or anything. But blessing is the one by which you will reduce your tension. You will be worrying too much. That can be reduced by blessing. And you will come to a stage that it will come to us if it is definitely due or something like that. There are some cheaters are there, we are get cheated and all those things. But we don't hate them. For that, blessing will be good. And other things you have to do some planning, how to get it and other things that you have to execute like that. But desire you have to have. Desire to collect it, it is your duty to get remuneration for whatever you have done. That you have to do it. You have to take steps and other things. That comes under planning, under eradication of worries.
Thank you so much, sir, for your precious time and divine thoughts. We have a last question. Raj Kumar.
I think the speaker is off. Now it is live. The speaker is off. Maybe he is having trouble in internet or something.
Thank you so much, sir, for your precious time and divine thoughts.
Thank you.
Let us all put our minds together to thank the professor. Kindly come to the meditative position. Focus your mind at Duriya Chakra. Professor R. Murali, be blessed by the divine. His good health, be blessed by the divine. His loving family, be blessed by the divine. His divine service, be blessed by the divine. Thank you, sir. We are happy to bring the following online programs live from Alia Temple of Consciousness tomorrow at 6 a.m. we have exercises in Tamil. At 7 a.m., we have 9 center meditation in Tamil. By 7:30 a.m., we have 9 center meditation in English. And by 11 a.m., there will be a speech in Tamil on the topic Vidiyum Madiyum by Senior Professor M.K. Damodaran sir. And in evening at 6 p.m., we have Duryadida meditation in Tamil. At 7:30 p.m., we have Duryadida meditation in English. And by 7:55 p.m., we will have a speech in English on the topic The Power of Inner Travel by Professor Dr. N. Sundaresan. Dear Sky Meditators, we thank you all for joining us today. We thank our beloved President Padma Shri Arulnidhi S.K.M. Mailanandan sir for inspiring and supporting us. We thank the Aliar IT team for the technical support. We thank Arulnidhi Ramesh for helping in organizing today's session. We thank Arulnidhi Vijay for technical training and coordination for today's session. We thank our IT director, Professor Krish Murali Ishwar, for managing the live show on YouTube. We look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Till then, stay indoors, be safe, meditate, and be blessed. This is Jamuna from Aliar World Community Service Center, IT team. May the whole world enjoy peace, prosperity, and happiness. Be blessed by the divine.
Be blessed by the divine. Thank you.